The first period was probably our worst period all year. As a team, we had maybe two players that had any jump to their game. Jamel Smith, I thought, was outstanding all game, and Stephen Johns had some big hits in the first period. But as a group, there we're flat. And then we built back. We got down 3-0. But anytime you get 9 power plays, you don't score in a power play. We're gonna try and change up this, blow it up right now. Right now, our units aren't working. Our top guys aren't working right now, and it's not like we haven't had any looks. Dowling had a great redirect, going made a great save, but there's just no timing now, and there's no execution, and we've got to shake it up a little bit and see if we can spark it and just get back to a basic power play.
It looked like you started to do a little bit of that. Put Smith on the power play in the game. Did he inject anything that you were looking for? He was one of the best 5-on-5 players.
He was the best 5-on-5 player. Like, he had a little bit of jump in his game, and he had some energy. So we're trying to get some energy on the power play. But right now, I guess the guys are gripping the sticks a little bit in the power play, and it can be a momentum provider, or it can zap your energy. And tonight took a little bit of energy of our team. So whenever time we had a power play, it took us a couple of shifts to get that energy back and to get ramped up. So that's where your penalty kill can be good. It can provide energy. When your power play struggles, it can take away energy. And our power play struggled tonight.
Just same thing you attribute to turnovers, gripping the sticks a little bit too much, maybe?
It's we got to change the looks a little bit, change the groupings right now. Sometimes when you do that, other guys get on there, they get a chance to get in the power play, and then they get a bit of a spark. So at the end of the day, for us, it's I guess the word would be a little stale. But those guys, our power play was running pretty good last year, the second half, and a lot of those guys are still on it. So our back end's a little bit different, and two things for me is execution and puck decisions, and they're not sharp right now. And we're trying to run a little different look there with 4 forwards and 1 defenseman, and that hasn't helped any. And it's frustrating as a coach because we've got some pretty good hockey players, and we've got a pretty good record without having a great power play. Imagine what our power play or our game would have done tonight if we had a good power play. It would have got us maybe that 4th goal to win the game.
You look at the 5-on-5 play, you started 3rd and 4th lines were really, with Smith and Truk, were really the ones that kind of led you to tie the game in the first place, and they kind of were your best units 5-on-5.
Well, they were. Kaner scored a goal, Truker scored a goal, and Smitty scores a goal. So that was the group that kind of stirred the drink for us tonight. And Travis Morin had a baby yesterday. He hasn't skated for 2 days, and obviously he wasn't himself. But give him credit for stepping up and playing tonight. But at the end of the day, we just got to have a little bit of a come to Jesus meeting here, and just got to have a little bit of earned and never given, right? So tomorrow night, the guys that are working hard will go in the power play, and the guys that their game's not there will take a seat in the back of the bus.
Nemeth still finding his game out there?
Yeah, it wasn't a great game for us tonight. I thought the first period as a group we were sloppy, we were slow. They had a little bit of jump. They were a little heavier than we were, and and I'm sure could we got a save here and there? Yeah, maybe, but they did put up 16, 17 shots in the first period. So Jack did make some saves for us, but it wasn't. We played so well against San Antonio the last 2 days, and we played pretty well in the second period, and we were okay the third period. But at the end of the day, we've got to in our building here. They played last night. We didn't play. We've got to have a little better start than we had tonight.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah, thanks guys.